Hey everyone, welcome back to Sir Gregor's Hearthstone Tournament. We're doing Zealot versus Iskarott, going into Game 3 right now. And you can see the bracket here. All the players that have played so far. Everyone's done round 2 except for Zealot and Iskarott. And the loser of that will go into the loser's bracket of round 2. So Iskarott's left with his Warrior deck, and Zealot is up 2-0 with his Hunter deck. An extremely aggressive Hunter deck. And it looks like he's... And here we go. It's going to be the Warrior. See how this goes, guys. Oh, the Golden Acolytes of Pain. Seems like Iskarott has a lot of golden cards here. I always wondered if it's some blood flowing. Is that blood or something else? Because the Acolyte of Pain likes pain, right? So he likes to bleed. See what Zealot's hand looks like. He doesn't have the Undertaker this time, but he does have the Leper Gnomes. Might start off with double Leper Gnome here. And he does. Iskarott's got a Cruel Taskmaster, though, at least to deal with that. And an Armor Smith. So what's he going to play first here? The Armor Smith or the Cruel Taskmaster? What's the better play? I think Cruel Taskmaster to get rid of one. Or to accept the incoming damage from the Leper Gnomes and play the Armor Smith. So it does look like it's going to be the Cruel Taskmaster. He decides to whip one of those ugly little gnomes into oblivion. Zealot's turn. He plays the Glaive Zuka. Gets rid of the Cruel Taskmaster and hits for 3 with the gnome. Iskarott's turn. He picks up his second Armor Smith. And he passes it to Zealot, who picks up a Wolf Charger. It's a 3 mana for a 3/1 charge. So it's going to trade here. Oh, Iskarott picks up a Blingtron. Very interesting. He's playing Blingtron. Iskarott plays his Wolf and attacks for 3. Iskarott plays double Armor Smith. Zealot's turn. He picks up another Mad Scientist. He's got 4 mana available now. And he's going to play a Loot Hoarder and a Mad Scientist. What a big surprise if he plays another Mad Scientist and a Loot Hoarder next turn. No one would ever expect that. So is Iskarott going to play Blingtron here? Blingtron is 5 mana for a 3/4 legendary. When he comes into play, he equips a random weapon for each player. So it looks like he's getting rid of the minions here. Just get some armor. He's going to play Blingtron. He is going to play Blingtron. He's thinking about it. Let's see what kind of weapon both players get. It would be awesome if Iskarott got the Gore Howl. He decides to hold off on the Blingtron and just armors up. I don't think Zealot realizes this could have been a Sludge Belcher, which would have helped a lot. But now it's a Blingtron, which changes the dynamic of this Warrior deck. Zealot finally has an Undertaker in his hand, but it's not as dangerous later in the game when you have more mana available to deal with it. Iskarott next turn will probably play the Shield Maiden to keep up his armor total. So Zealot's going to get rid of one of those Armor Smiths, give another armor, or rather 2 armor to Iskarott. Gets rid of the second Armor Smith. He's going to play the Undertaker, Loot Hoarder, and shoot for 2 damage. And pass to Iskarott. And there's the Gore Howl. So as I expected, Iskarott just played the Shield Maiden to gain some armor. It's a Zealot who has an Arcane Golem. It's a 3 mana 4/2 charger. But when it does charge, your opponent gains a Mana Crystal. So that's the only downside of it, but it's 3 mana for a 4 damage charge, which is really good, really fast damage. There you go, Zealot hits for a lot of damage, gets rid of all of Iskarott's armor, and there's the Sludge Belcher. But now he has to deal with a full board from Zealot. Doesn't look like Iskarott's playing such a controlling warrior that we're used to seeing, or if he is, it just isn't performing. It just isn't performing as well as it should be versus a hunter deck. So he's going to play a Sludge Belcher and get rid of 2 of the creatures at least. And Zealot gets Explosive Trap. Yep, he gets an Explosive Trap. There's the Owl. And another Arcane Golem is coming down here. Could be the Mad Scientist. Zealot's thinking the Mad Scientist will buff the Undertaker. But the Arcane Golem, I think it'll do more damage. Perhaps he's afraid of giving Iskarott all that mana. So he's going to play the Arcane Golem. He's going to shoot for 2 damage. And bring Iskarott to 9 life. Not a good pickup for Iskarott with the big game hunter. Perhaps the best thing to do right now would be to brawl. Chance to clear the board and maybe keep one of his minions alive. What he's thinking here. What's this guy gonna do? Looks like he's gonna play Dr. Boom instead of Brawl, and he's gonna armor up. Oh, Zealot picks up the Reckless Rocketeer, and I think that's game. That's 3-0 for Zealot. Very deadly top deck for the win. That's game. 3-0 for Zealot. He wins the match. What a turn of events. Zealot picking that up 3-0 over Iskarott, who was considered to be favored by everyone in the tournament. Wow. Well, let's put that in. It's a 3-0 for Zealot. Let's take a look at the standings here. With Zealot winning that match 3-0, he goes into the semis versus Braflog. And here in the round 2, we got Iskarott versus me, Sir Gregor, and we're going to do that match soon. And whoever wins that will move into the semis of the losers bracket. Or I guess the round 3 of the losers bracket. For some reason, the next round is called the semis. And that's what we got for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed those matches, and we'll be back soon with more Hearthstone videos and more games. And as you can see, we're getting towards the end of the tournament, so soon we'll have a champion crowned.